Coming up on the Chiefs Report, Xavier Worthy, a report from ESPN on how he was faring before suffering a hamstring injury. Plus, got a couple of other Chiefs storylines to get to. My name is Harrison Graham. Before we do all of that, we are almost at our next milestone here on the Chiefs Report as we're chasing 55,000 subscribers. We're 87 away. If you want continued daily Chiefs content, hit that subscribe button. Join the family here at the Chiefs Report. Xavier Worthy was showing us off his explosive nature before suffering his hamstring injury. I'm going to talk about that as we kick off today's Chiefs Report. Here's Chris Oladokun, Chiefs backup quarterback, on what he said about Worthy, what he saw. He said, people were dogging him for the first day. That's just a welcome to the league type of moment, but Xavier is going to do really well in this offense. We're all really excited about him. You saw what he can do in terms of spinning defenders at the top of routes and how explosive he is, stretching the field, and his yak ability. And that's, of course, yards after the catch. And, yeah, he's got game-changing potential. There's a reason the Chiefs traded up a few spots to go get this guy, because he is one of very few players in this league that every single time he touches the ball, he has a chance to go the distance with his speed and explosiveness. Last year at Texas, had the best year of his collegiate career with over 1,000 yards. He's a big play machine. And look, it sounds cliche, and obviously John Ross didn't pan out with his 4.22 speed, but you can't teach 4.21. But to Worthy's credit, he's more than just a straight line burner. I don't think he's a great route runner, but he's a pretty decent one. He can give you things in different areas, like as a punt returner. And but you add that type of speed on top of the technical skills. That's a dangerous player you're dealing with if you're an opposing defense. Now, Adam Teicher of ESPN, the Chiefs reporter for ESPN, said this. He said, Worthy did not practice for much of the offseason because of a sore hamstring, so the Chiefs didn't get an extensive look at him. Worthy had an up-and-down performance at the team's rookie camp shortly after he was drafted. He dropped some passes the first day, but responded with some big plays at the next practice. And that's probably going to be a thing with him. He will have an occasional focus drop. That was an issue at times at Texas, but it's not a major one. Like, his drop rate is kind of average compared to other receivers who got drafted. It's not much higher or much lower than other receivers in this draft. It's kind of par for the course there. So it's not like he has a drop problem, but he doesn't have like a 2% drop rate either. Like, I think it was like 5-6%. So not a huge issue, but something that could happen from time to time. Now, how excited are you for Xavier Worthy? Scale of 0 to 100, 0 being not at all, 100 being extremely. I'm pretty excited because the Chiefs have not had burners on this offense in quite a while, and now you look at what they have. They've got two legitimate burners in Marquise Brown and Xavier Worthy. They obviously were hoping Kadarius Toney could be that. Maybe he still can, but he's been very inconsistent. And even as good as Toney is, he's more of a kind of just change of direction guy. He is a fast straight line runner, but not as much as Xavier Worthy is. There's a lot of speed here. There's a lot of speed here if a couple of these guys hit. We've talked about Marquise Brown a lot. I expect him to be really good in this offense. I think Worthy's going to be good. Could take him a little more time. He's a little behind the 8 ball perhaps due to that hamstring injury, missing out on some reps, but he'll get his chances too. And the last couple of years, the Chiefs have not had at this level of speed offensively since trading Tyreek Hill. We'll see if this year they can get some of that back and create some of those big explosive plays, which Xavier Worthy can certainly offer. Want to get his jersey? Why not? Chatsports.com/Worthy. That link is in the comments and in the description. Get yourself an Xavier Worthy jersey today at chatsports.com/Worthy. All right, let's get to a rumor. Could the Chiefs sign Stephon Gilmore, the free agent corner, as CBS Sports mentioned the Chiefs as one of the potential teams that could go out and sign Gilmore and bring in his services. Here's what they had to say. This late in Gilmore's career, it's clear he will only be looking at teams with a legit shot to be contenders and make a playoff run. The back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs certainly check that box, and they could also be used a little more, or they could also use a little more cornerback depth after losing L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans. Gilmore's still good, man. He's not all-pro. He's not, DPOY like he was back in 2019, I believe the year was. But he's still a capable corner that can get the job done. He's been on 4 teams in 4 years, Cowboys, Colts, Panthers, and Patriots. But he's still a starting caliber corner in this league. He is a CB2, in my opinion. He's not a lockdown CB1, but he's not a reserve either. I think he's a guy worthy of starting for a solid team. However, and we've talked about this quite a bit, where does he fit in the Chiefs' pecking order? Trent McDuffie's obviously your top guy. It sounds like Shamari Connor is going to be your nickel. Is Stephon Gilmore going to beat out Jalen Watson, who's played a ton the last couple of years? Joshua Williams, who's played a ton. I know they like Najee Johnson as well. And that's kind of what this all comes down to. Is Stephon Gilmore a clear upgrade over Jalen Watson and or Joshua Williams? If the answer is no, then there's no reason to sign him, and quite frankly, there's no reason for him to sign with the Chiefs. Now, if one of those guys gets hurt in training camp and he's still available, different story. But I don't think the Chiefs are looking to replace Jalen Watson at outside corner. And Joshua Williams is a guy who's played a lot too, so like they like his depth. People keep mentioning, oh well, they traded L'Jarius Sneed. They could use a corner. You know why they traded L'Jarius Sneed? Because they like Jalen Watson and Josh Williams. Like that's why they were comfortable trading L'Jarius Sneed and didn't want to pay him $18 to $20 million per year. So put your GM cap on. Would you sign Stephon Gilmore? Type S for sign or P for pass. I don't think I'm signing Gilmore. I don't think he's better than Jalen Watson. Even if it's similar, even if he was slightly better, he's 10 years older. I don't think that's an avenue that I'm going to go down. All right, let's talk some training camp. The Chiefs' training camp dates have been announced as we're getting closer and closer to Chiefs training camp, as the rookies are going to report on July 16th, veterans on July 20th. To St. Joseph, the training camp facility there. And the first open practice for fans is on July 21st. So get your tickets, get out there if you're trying to go check out the Chiefs this training camp as their journey for a potential three-peat gets going in just about a month. Less than a month, the rookies will report. So that is very, very exciting. All right, that's going to do it for the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham. Subscribe for more content. We'll see you soon.